Justin, that must rank pretty highly in terms of wins you've been involved in.
Yeah, you get asked those questions a lot, and I don't really sit and rank my wins, but coming here, playing against the best team in the comp, I think we did it against Melbourne a couple of years ago when they'd won 10 in a row. It's never easy. You come and play the Magpie Army as well as the team, and they're obviously playing good footy. So, it was really gutsy to be able to hang in there all day and then come to life in the last quarter.
Yeah, what does it say about the group? You're 22 points behind early in the last quarter and you're able to run home and get the win? Yeah,
and we've shown that through the last 4 weeks. We've been behind at three-quarter time and found something, and couldn't quite get over the line against Sydney, but the other 3 games we've come out on top. We're a fit team. There's belief in that. Feel like when we get momentum on our side, we can really cash in. I just think it was really gritty, like the first 3 quarters. Our backs were under a lot of pressure, but they just hung in, and just keep playing the next moment. And tried to open up the game a little bit at three-quarter time, and thought we were a bit braver with the ball, especially with our hands, and created some opportunities. And really, probably about outside of periods of the third quarter, every time we went forward, we looked dangerous. Our forward line worked really well. So we knew if we could get enough supply, we'd be able to hit the scoreboard, and got a little bit more supply in the last quarter.
Justin, when you talk touching before we won, Patrick was really impressive today. Never kicked more than 3 and finished at 6.
Outstanding, and loved that aspect of it clearly. But he had a role, and we asked him to do that role early in the week and do anything for us, Vossi. And he got rewarded today in that role. And sometimes you try and nullify, the opposition's best key defender, and he did Sicily last week, and you don't get the rewards, but you still give something to the team. This week he did both, and I thought he was able to. He's clearly big impact on the game.
Can you talk to us a little bit about his journey? I mean, he didn't make the leap at Essendon. It's gone on to be a really good player.
I can't really talk about his time at Essendon. And sometimes there's a squeeze on for list spots, so I'm not sure what happened there. From what I heard, Essendon were pretty keen to keep him, and I can see why. But as soon as he came to the club, he worked his backside off. And this is the thing, because a lot gets talked about with Vossi and his energy and his carry-on after goals, but there's not a player on our list that's worked harder on his game. 6:30, he's got the Voss Academy going with all the other tools and got him in there doing extra marking and that type of thing. So, he got reward for effort for doing a role for us today, but this type of performance is reward for effort on the effort he's put into his game across I would imagine, many years.
Do you think the ability of Luke Jackson to go back himself and take that set shot to death? He's a really good set shot on goal, and we actually thought him forward at times might maybe stretched him. Probably we didn't get enough supply to be able to put that into fruition, but for him to make the most of his moment, we seemed to do a lot more in the last quarter was great.
Your defence stood up today. I think you gave up 23 extra inside 50s. What do you think worked particularly well about your defence today?
I thought we were tough and we moved on. We went into the game knowing that we were going to have to deal with field position against us at times. They're probably, if not the best, up there with the best front half team D and especially scoring from that. And so we knew we were going to cough up a few back half turnovers. We didn't want to do that many. But their pressure was elite. They forced us to hack it back. But what I was most proud of is we just hung in there. As soon as the ball turned over, we just got back and defended. And second quarter, we gave away a few free kicks, but I just loved our intent to get back and defend and hold up.
Oh, sorry. It's hard playing against a surging team like that, a team that just keeps going and pushing.
Well, that was part of it, but I haven't looked at the stats, but I don't think they scored that way, especially out of their back half. And they got a few looks out of stoppage that way, and we had to hang tough and hold them up. But it was more the repeat entries which were a concern, because I think at half time had 17 more inside 50s, and they had 20 inside 50s from attacking mid, which we just kept on kicking it back to them, and they just kept on kicking it back in. So that was more of the concern rather than their surge footy.
You're a bit against the good teams. What is it about the way you're playing that makes it stand up against them in big moments like this?
Contests, a good team defensively. We're a good contest team. We've found a way to score enough, but I think it's on the back of the integrity of our game being built around contests and Team D, best teams are.
Justin, from you beat the top team at the MCG, is it delayed a dream that this team could get?
No, been caught up in that too much. Same as us, the footy club. Just got to win one more in a row next week. And that's what we've been doing for 12 weeks now, is just live in the moment, understand we've got processes to be able to enjoy wins, move on from wins, and then prepare for the opposition. And our fans can get excited, absolutely. People within footy club will get excited, but as far as the coaching group and players are concerned, we just got to enjoy this and move on. We've got a big game next week. I know that's boring, but that's the reality of footy. Yeah, mate.
Justin, from the coaching perspective, your use of your rucks today, but then that allowed you to use the ball through the corridor. Just give us some analysis and some thoughts on. You did use that corridor particularly well, especially in that last term when you were able to provide some scoreboard pressure. Yeah, no, you're spot on with the last quarter. We wanted to go through the corridor a little bit more. We felt like we were being a little bit safe, and it's hard when you're starting up your ball movement from deep in your back 50 to be able to get things going, but. Thought we were able to drive corridor a little bit more with our hands and hit some kicks through the corridor, which was good. I'll review it, but I think the ruck battle was pretty even today. They obviously played the extra tall with Cox, and I think that was pretty even, but I have to review and
that.
Also, the sub bringing Hayden Young onto the ground, he was very influential, and his impact in the last quarter was really important, especially in the critical moments of the game. Yeah,
no, spot on. We probably erred a little bit. Probably needed to get him in a little bit earlier. It's probably on me. Couldn't make a decision on who to sub out. But I think we made the right call in the end, and he got some minutes in, so it's really important for his build. Yeah, and didn't, as far as coming up to the tempo of the game, he didn't look out of place. So I was happy with the way he went.
Maybe not getting too caught up in it, as you said, but just being the teams he's beaten, especially in the last month, and on the road as well. What does that do for the? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think we've got the best record against the top 9 teams. So.
And so what does that do for your confidence of the players heading into this last patch of the season? Yeah,
well, players are confident. We've won 8 out of 9. So players are confident. They're really. I think it's just evidence to suggest that when we stick at it, then there's some core things that are real indicators for us, and not so much statistical. It's more like our communication and when role play and those sorts of things. And when we get that right, we perform well, and we've done that against the better teams.
Was just a temptation to tag Nick Dacos today?
Well, we tried. He played half back. We actually played better when we dropped the tag. So, and that can happen sometimes. You get caught up in that and creates a bit of confusion when they start half back and they're taking kick-ins and. Those types of things, you end up getting pulled apart a little bit, and we felt like that was the case. So, felt like when we dropped it, we actually played better.
Do you think today was a good example of Freo footy, like the Freo brand that you want to be pushing?
Well, no, I wouldn't have thought so with the inside 50s, but as far as hanging in there and resilience, just to keep competing and then take your moments, part of that is absolutely, but. As far as field position, we don't want to be that far behind in field position inside 50s. It makes life tough, but as far as some of the other attributes, I think we'd love to see them every week.
Justin, what are the early thoughts on Matt Johnson's ankle?
He's got an ankle injury. He's sore. Felt a crack. So he's on crutches. Not a good sign, but don't want to go too early with it.
So it could be a break.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we can. A crunching sound can mean a bit. It can mean break. It can mean just to give that ankle a real wrench. So it's not looking great for him.
Does the crunch for spots in the team running into finals get tough now? We had some good performers at Peel.
Piercy's still to come back into the team. Yeah, feel like there's always crunch for spots.
Is that a good problem to have?
Yeah, yep, it is. I mean, it's competition for spots it's always good. It lifts up the intensity of training and puts players on notice a little bit. But we've got to make sure that they're focusing on the right things coming into the games and not focusing on holding their spots. So there's some nuance with that, but usually it means a good thing.
It seems like a while ago now, but the Carl Warner 50 paid in the second quarter. Were you surprised by that? It seemed to be for dissent when there haven't been a lot of examples over the last year or two of that sort of 50.
I think that's a great summary. Well, I'm not allowed to say anything about it, but how often have we seen that paid this year? Well, I see it 10, 20 times every weekend. Players, pointing, and I just don't see it paid. So we're going to stamp it out or we're not? Is it going to be paid or is it not? When I don't make that call.
Crowd was getting really into it in the fourth. Do you reckon that actually has an effect?
Yeah, it does. It does. And we get that benefit at home, and we got it last week. Yeah, so when our fans are allowed it, it does. But I'm really proud of the way the players were able to execute amongst that noise. It's you play good teams away, you have to deal with that as well. So I thought it was really mature.
Josh Tracy, right place, right time at the end.
Yeah. You say that. It's not a fluke though. He's done it for us this year. He positions himself really well. He reads the play really well, and he's got pretty safe hands. Talking to him in there, he's pretty glad he got the 50-metre penalty because he did have one of those early in the year where he launched out of bounds on the full. So, we've got those calls within our game, and he seems to execute it well.
A few have talked about Collingwood's win the game mode at the end, and it looked like they were tackling but then letting go to force that. Is that something you have to sort of teach guys to watch?
We've had enough experience with that, and we've tried to educate our players and do the same sorts of things. So, and which I thought our players did really well. So there's one clear one in my mind where I think they were tackling Caleb and they let go of him and he got the ball out and then we got the ball out. So and got it to the outside. So I thought we handled that really well. Yeah, they want the ball in chaos in those moments, and the opposition usually wants repeat stoppages, and they make it hard for that to happen. So, and they're one of the most mature teams in the comp, and they're able to recognise that. So, I thought we were able to counter that pretty well. Thank you.